Welcome to System Dynamics Online Tutorials. In this session we're going to cover the physical inventory tag update. Under the inventory and in the physical inventory suite of applications we have the update, which is the final step in the physical inventory process. This allows me to, by warehouse and by a range of product groups, a range of product, update all of the entries that were done on the tag for the physical inventory counts that were done against the system. I select the warehouse here that I'm going to run it, put the product group that I want to update, the product code if I want to update a specific product, and I have a choice with the selections here of uncounted tags and the posting and then the transaction date that is going to occur in. Covering the uncounted tags, I can do one of two things, or one of three things. I can process them, I can purge them, or I can skip them. Uncounted tags are any tag that's within the system that's been generated that actually has a null value. So there's been no entry against that tag at all. An example of this is if I was to produce a tag, say let the system produce a tag number 1 for product A, and I was never to actually make an entry against that. I can process that tag, which means since I did not make a tag entry, then I want to tell the system that that particular product is actually 0. So if I process uncounted tags, they're going to be updated as if they were entered for a 0. Likewise, if I was to just purge them, then I'm telling the system I do not want them processed as 0. I do not want them at all. I just want them deleted. So for whatever reason, in that scenario, an example would be I have the system produce tags, say 1 to 10 automatically, but I have my own tag entries that I do way off the board. I enter tag 5001 through 5010. When it comes time to update those, I just want to purge the uncounted tags because the system generated tag 1 to 10 for those entries that I'm going to make, so I just want them to be purged. Skip means I haven't counted them yet. I still want them to be maintained on the tag entry, and for whatever reason those particular products, maybe they take a very long time to count, I will update them at a later stage, so just skip uncounted tags because they'll be processed at a later point in time. So once again, process the tags means since there's no entry against them, I'm going to update them as a 0 entry. If I'm going to purge them, that means I want them removed from the system. I do not want them updated in any way. And if I want to skip them, that means that I have actually just haven't got around to actually counting them and making the entry, but I want them available for future count. So we will just basically purge my uncounted tags because I know the particular warehouse that I'm dealing with, and I will select the warehouse that we want to do the update on. We can use the list of values and get the supply warehouse. I'll run them for all product groups and all product codes. I'll purge any unprocessed tags that are in there, and the posting type I can go detail or summary. Going by detail, all of the GL transactions I can link back to a given product. If I do a summary, then all of the postings, possibly the GL, the way I have it set up for across the product groupings for the products, all of the postings going to the same GL account will be lumped into one entry and posted in that way. So leaving it as detail is going to give you the most amount of information into the general ledger journals. Going as summary is just going to lump up all like transactions to the all transactions that are going to the same account into one transaction and post it to the GL in that way. That's why the default is the default for running the physical inventory update. Transaction date, we simply put the transaction date where all of these are going to occur. Most of these will physical inventory will occur within the same month. Sometimes it will occur after the month end close. Then the transaction date can simply be put back into the month that it's required, assuming that that month is open for GL transactions. We simply execute this application. Again, the system will default to the current transaction date, and we get our standard batcher online. And in the case of an awful lot of physical inventory records, you will see them processing down through the processing here as each tag is updated. We run that and the update is complete. At this point in time, all of the tags for any given product that have been counted have been summed up and actually have gone and done a stock update, so that on-hand quantity on the stock file is actually changed according to the amount that was entered here in the tag. So if I had an on-hand quantity of, an example, 10 in the first place for the given product within the warehouse, and I did a physical inventory count and I counted 8 and I accepted the deviation, then what would happen would be my on-hand quantity would actually be updated to 8, and the corresponding general ledger transactions would be posted for that deviation amount, reducing the inventory from 10 to 8 with a explanation of a physical inventory adjustment. And that's how the physical inventory updates into the stock file. That concludes the physical inventory update.